What's the word? What's the word? You already know. So I wanna start these vlogs off. It's my recap. I wanna do the recap because it's about to be 2020, right? So I wanna do the recap of I'm gonna say, should I say my so yeah, since 2010. So I'm gonna start I guess it's going to I don't know how many videos it's gonna be or whatever, but yeah, so it's gonna be my recap of my decade or whatever. So the last 10 years. Basically, I had a crazy ass 10 years, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know where to start at for real. Honestly, I don't really know where to start. Where should I start? So 2010. Um, in 2010, I had a 2005 Chevy Malibu. Um, I liked it. I ain't gonna lie. I liked it. You know, it was cool. So I was at Northern Illinois University. You feel me? And so I think by that time, of course, it was brand new when I got it. So what? I was 5 years old or whatever. So me and I went to school was crazy. I went to school. I went to UTI, so that's a Universal Technical Institute, right? So I went to school for cars or whatever. But my dumb ass hate changing oil. Like I don't know why, but I do. So eventually the engine gave out on me. So I had to get another car or whatever. So I was shopping around, and around this time, that's when the Challenger first came out. So I ended up getting a Challenger. So imagine me, I'm on a college campus. I'm on a college campus with a brand new Challenger. You know, it was crazy. Like it was so crazy. And then at the time, you know, I was uh I was staying off campus, but it was a campus apartment. It was a campus apartment, but it was off campus, of like way in the back. Anybody who went to NIU, you know about what is it? It was called Northern View. Yeah, so I stayed in Northern View. I had a roommate at the time, which was cool. I met him through a mutual dude I was locked up with when I was a shorty or whatever. Crazy, right? Rest in peace to 50, you know, Lamar Harris. But yeah, so he told me to link up with his little brother or whatever out there. So me and him linked up and we became roommates. It was cool. So we was roommates. I had got the Challenger, and then I can't even lie. Like I wrote this in a book. So it's called College Boy from Blowpack to Backpack. Because of course, if you know me from not just social media, then you know I used to sell drugs or whatever. So whatever. So yeah. So I so 2010 it was like it's like my ass rate went through the roof. You know, everybody was trying to get with me. Everybody was trying to know what I was doing and how I got it and all this shit and or whatever. So I became like the most popular kid, but I was like still low key, you know, because I was still studying a lot and I was always in the library. But everybody knew me from the White Challenger, you know. So I was just, you know, soaking it up. My little brother, you know, my roommate moved out. I don't know why. I mean, we ain't really fight or nothing like that, but I guess we just want to see eye to eye. So he moved out. So I had a 2 bedroom to myself, and I end up moving my little brother in or whatever. So man, he was down there. He just ain't want to listen, you know. He was real hard headed. He ain't really want to. He ain't really want to like do nothing. Like he just wanted to live off me. He ain't really want to go to school. He ain't want to get his GED. He didn't want to work. He was just out there. So that shit was just crazy. But I tried to ignore it. I just wanted to help him. You know, I wanted to show him, like, man, you know where we come from. You know what I was just doing. You know, he didn't want to hear that shit. So he basically, me and him, we used to fight all the time and all that shit. So it was crazy. But then, I think it was that year, right? Yeah, it was that year when I met my daughter's mom. So we was in a strong relationship or whatever, and we ended up getting pregnant. And that was like 20. That was the end of 2010. Well, you know, the middle of 2010. I think we got pregnant around our birthday because our birthdays were in April. Her birthday in April, mine in May, or whatever. So I think we got pregnant around that time. Then we had my baby in 2011, January 11th, 2011. So that shit was crazy. Like, I already had my son, and then I got pregnant with another baby, so I was just like, damn, this shit crazy. So I wanted to get a job and shit, but nobody would hire me. It was crazy. Everybody was on bullshit. You overqualified, this and that, all that bullshit. So I'm just like, what can I do to make money? So I just told her, I was like, man, I'm about to just write a book, you know. So I wrote my first book, Jermel's Raison, Detre. Uh, I was already writing it though, so like I ain't, I'm trying not to talk about before 2010, but I was already writing it, and I was just finishing it up because it took me 4 years or whatever. So I was like, man, I'm finishing it up and I'm gonna publish it. So I was telling her like, you know, I was telling her, my vision or whatever. But they always say, nobody gonna see your vision but you, because it's not about like what you see, physically. It's about your imagination and what you can see. So she ain't really get it, you know. So what happened was I end up telling her I wanna go to DC. I wanna go to Howard. I don't wanna be here no more. And that's a whole nother story. So